Choo choo, all aboard. Next stop, analyzing Claude Monet's piece, Le Train dans la neige, le locomotive, or Train in the Snow. This piece measures in at 59 centimeters tall and 78 centimeters long without a frame. It was painted in 1875 at a train station directly opposite from Monet's house at the time. The theme of this painting is a departing train, with the shadowy figures standing beside the train. It is also a classic winter scene, with the gray sky, bare trees, and snowy ground. There is also parallel lines being created by the line of trees and the fence, which adds some nice contrasting lines throughout the piece. Although it was never shown in an Impressionism exhibit, it is now displayed in Musée Marmottan. According to Daily Art magazine, it reveals Monet's attraction to the convergence of nature and technology. The dim colors used give it a sort of timeless appeal and feel to it, since it doesn't seem to relate to a distinct time of day or time period. The dusty grayish blues, browns, and muddier colors are such a contrast from his light pastel paintings of his garden and water lily pond that he did in his later life. Light has always been such a huge component of Monet's work and Impressionistic work in general, so the lack of direct sunlight is refreshing and characteristic to this specific piece. The piece is composed of mostly grays, blues, browns, blacks, along with some bright reds, yellows, and oranges in the front of the train and the headlights. The brushstrokes of the fence are short and coarse, creating a nice contrast with the swirls and the more free-flowing brushstrokes of the snowy ground. The thin, dark brushstrokes of the long, spindly, bare tree branches also provide some good contrast against the pale sky, which has softer swirls of brushstrokes that mix in with the smoke from the train. The actual train itself is composed of long, straight brushstrokes that go directly back into space, into a common point in the background, which provides some depth to the piece. There is also depth shown by the pieces in the background being more dusty than the pieces in the foreground. As you can see here, the trees and the train are much more colorful and pop against the dim, pale background, whereas this building back here almost meshes in with the sky. The horizon line is positioned about a third of the way up from the bottom of the painting, leaving most of the painting to be sky, the tops of the trees, and the smoke from the train. However, the focal point of the piece is still the train, since it contains some of the darkest shadows and the lightest colors besides the snow. I chose this painting because it seemed so different than most Impressionist pieces. Most of them are very soft and nature-centered and pleasant, as we have learned, and this one showed a scene of a train station with stark, cold winter sky and landscape instead of a breezy field or sunny landscape. I think it could have been slightly more successful if there was a little more color, but that's just my personal opinion, and I think that what Monet did here was probably a very accurate description, or depiction rather, of what he saw and how cloudy and dreary those winter days could be. Hopefully we get a little sunshine here soon, and I hope this video finds you all well. Bye!